Hey Vibemakers, it's Lila with LB Novelties, and it's time to get spooky. Yes, Halloween is right around the corner, and you know what that means. Time to decorate, have fun in the holidays, and just enjoy the spirit. So I made a really fun DIY project here. Love how it turned out. It's just ribbon, some wood pieces I found at Michael's, and a couple of other elements to create this fun DIY project. I'll be showing you how I make this piece later in the video, but before I do, I want to show you quickly how I put this together. I switched out my backdrop for LB Novelties into Halloween vibes. I really love how it turned out. So if you want to see how I switched out the fall vibes I had into Halloween vibes, keep watching the video. Okay, so I for sure want to keep this pumpkin. This pumpkin is like a really beautiful teal, and it goes with my color scheme in my room. So that's kind of where I based off how I picked pieces to transition into. I want to keep some pieces that I already own and then transition a couple in from like the Halloween vibes. So what I'm going to do is remove this plant piece right here. This little beautiful like floral piece I got at Ross for $10, but I just love the color scheme and everything. And this is something I'm actually going to keep throughout the season because I could bring it back for winter, and it also will work for spring. So just find yourself a really awesome piece that can work throughout the year. So this is going to be the one that will be staying throughout, but for this season I couldn't help myself. I found this really beautiful like tree branch decorative piece from Target, and this is, it just says spooky tree, and this was only $5, and it has glitter, and it comes in its a little planter, so I thought it was so perfect. So the concept of this actual setup is going to be teal, black, and like a cream white color. So all I'm going to do is just take the tag off with the scissors and set it up where my original plant was. And I just think it's so cute with these two colors. It's already like looking like spooky vibes. So next thing I want to transition out is the sign. This sign says pumpkins for sale, and this I got at Marshall's actually for $5.99. So Marshall's and TJMaxx pretty much are like the same concept of stores. If you've never been to one, it's their sister brand. So like it's TJMaxx, Home Goods, and Marshall's are all under the same like corporation. So I love this. This is going to come back for November for Thanksgiving vibes, but you guys have to see what I found. So this one I got at TJMaxx, and it was only $4.99. And how cute is this? It says Happy Halloween. And then I love this, hence the dress. I love this checkered pattern. It's just really super cute and clean. So even though Halloween is traditionally, you know, like blacks and oranges, which the rest of my house is, I try to incorporate colors that I feel are going to work with my workspace. I have like teals and whites are mostly the colors I have for my workspace. So I want to have this. Again, work with what you have. If you can, you know, afford to switch a couple items, switch it around. But this is just me showing you how I like to kind of change out my workspace and have a really fun backdrop for when I'm filming. And plus I love themes. Like when I wake up or like I'm in my room working, like I get into the vibe. So for now I'm just going to put that like that and then play around with what I have. I also found this really cute foam pumpkin. This was only $3 and it says Boo. It's a really cute big pumpkin. This was at Target in that Bullseye playground that I mentioned. They have some really great decorative pieces at Target in their front section. I love going there. So I'm going to see how this looks here. I might have to kind of move stuff around and see if I like it here. I think it looks perfect, and just the little bit of Halloween theme that I wanted in my workspace. You don't have to go super traditional with the orange and black and the witches and everything. Sometimes it's just looking for pieces like this one that's super clean and simple, but you know, brings in the concept of Halloween. And then I love these pumpkins that are really, you know, just simple black color, but then they have that lettering, and then the teal really makes it pop. I love that. And this branch tree is so perfect. I love it. So I purchased this set of wall clings at the 99-cent store, and it's just all Halloween themed wall clings. I just wanted to see if I could incorporate it, maybe just one or two pieces back here. If I don't like what it looks like, then I'll just take it down, but it's always worth giving it a try and seeing, and then I'll just take this over into the rest of the house. What I really like is the spider web and the bats. So I'm gonna see first how this looks and give it a try, and see if it adds a little bit of a fun element to this backdrop right here, which I think the bat is so cute. So all you do is just place it, and then once you're done for the season, you just pull it off. This is a really great piece. This I found a 99-cent store, and it has all these options, so I could decorate the rest of the house. But I think instead of a spider web, I'm just gonna stick to the bats, and I'm just gonna put one more. I don't want to be too much going on, but just a little something fun to really make it feel like Halloween time has arrived at LB Novelties. Okay, that is super cute. I love it. It was so easy to just, you know, bring in some holiday fun into your space. So I'm hoping maybe I could find some of this stuff for Christmas time too. This is again 99-cent store, and it just came like this. It says Happy Halloween wall decoration on it, but I love it. So cool. All right, so this space is completely done and set up for this month of October. So you'll be seeing this all set up for when I'm filming videos and anything going on at LB Novelties during this month. This will be the setup you'll see. Also, when I do my Instagram stories, you will probably see this in the backdrop. So now you know how I put it together. And now let's go have fun creating that DIY decor piece that I just showed you in the intro. Okay, it's time to get that DIY decorative sign done. I love just decorating for the season, for the holidays, whatever it is. And I also like to do some DIY projects, something that I can, you know, carry throughout each season. And when I bring it out of the box, I'm like, oh, I remember doing that. So that's one of the reasons why I like crafting as well, as just the memory keeping aspect of it. But the reason I wanted to do this sign, I found this really beautiful, just like so cool ribbon at Michael's, and it's from the Celebrated brand, and it's $5, but I got it for like about $3 with my coupon. But look how cute it is. It has like this kind of vintage ghost theme to it, and I really loved it so much. So I'm like, I need to figure out something to create with it. I ended up going to Joann's, and I found this actual ribbon. This is from Makers Halloween Decor, and it has the checkered orange and black design on it. So I'm going to incorporate both of these into my decorative sign. So you'll be needing any kind of decorative ribbon to create this DIY. You'll be needing a glue gun. You know I'm always having my glue gun ready to go. Some extra glue sticks. I have my protective mat on my desk. It's the one you use to like cut with, my cutting board. So I just have it here to protect my desk. A pair of scissors. And then I also found this really cute sign at Bullseye's Playground at Target, and it was only $1. So it says Elm St. So cute. It's like a metal piece of decorative element. So I'm hoping to glue this down onto the main piece. So I'm going to show you what I'm actually going to be creating the DIY on. I found this slatted wood piece already pre-made and assembled at Michael's, and I believe I got it for about $4 with the coupon. But it's just in that section where they have all their wood pieces that you could paint or use for DIY. I wanted to use this one to do a basket weave with the ribbon going along it and then alternating. So that's the concept I'm going for. Let's just see if I can make it happen. So let's have fun, get our DIY caps on, and get crafting Vibemakers. Okay, so I decided instead of doing alternating ribbon, of doing the ghost one and then the orange one going this way, I'm actually going to use the orange ribbon and glue it down to cover up the wood slats. I love the wood slats, but I feel like it would be too much between this and then the gray alternating. So I want this to be kind of like the backdrop, and then let the gray ghost ribbon basket weaved be the focal point. So that's kind of the concept that I feel will be the best that I like for me. Okay, so I have a couple pieces that I cut out. What I'm going to do is first, my glue gun's ready to go. I'm going to flip this over and to make sure that it is lined up to where the actual slat starts. So I'm going to be gluing this down on these slats. So I have it flipped over, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right down along this side. Make sure you put enough to hold that tight for you. And then we're going to just hold this ribbon and press down on it firmly. And I'm going to hold it down firmly for a couple of seconds just to make sure it really held down. Okay, perfect. And then you could trim down any of the excess that is popping out, but again, this is going to be covered so you won't really worry about the back. looks good. So that's kind of what I did in the back. And that way in the front, it looks all nice. And then I'm going to do the same on this end, make sure it's super tight so it's nice and even. And I'm going to do that for each of these slats, and then I could start basket weaving that other ribbon along. Okay, last piece is glued down, and I was just using the back end of this ribbon spool to press down. And there we go. All these pieces are glued, and then this is the front. Looks super cool. So now I have all these open spaces so I can start basket weaving this really awesome ribbon. Okay, so I already went ahead and cut a strip of ribbon long enough so it gives me space to glue and then basket weave. So what I'm going to do is just glue a little bit of this here towards the top to hold it in place. So once I start basket weaving the ribbon, it'll stay in place. So you just want to glue a little small strip of hot glue on here, place it down, and then I'll pull this ribbon just a little bit because I want to make sure it's just a little bit that's being held and I have enough to basket weave. Okay, let's press down firmly. Another way you could do it, it's like this, but I want the basket weave like I mentioned because it has the slots, this piece, but you can do it any way you want. This is just how I wanted to try it out. So then I'm just gonna take it in through the slot right here, take my ribbon through. Just be patient, take your time because there is that other ribbon there. Oh, so cute already. Like, see how it just makes that pop and just like a little fun detail of the orange against that. So now I'm going to start basket weaving this through. Okay, now that I have my first one down, I already cut 3 extra strips. The reason I didn't glue down the second one is because I want to explain this to you guys. You don't want to like put this too far out. So like when you're laying this down, I want to make sure I have enough of this ribbon showing. So I want to put down 4 strips. So I didn't glue down the second one because I need to see if I could fit all 4. Again, like this has this slat here, so I could only basket weave from this portion to this portion. So I want 4, so this way I know where I need to actually glue down the second one, so it leaves enough space for the other one. So they're going to be pretty close together, but that's perfectly fine because again, they're being basket woven into this. If you wanted to just do 3 instead of 4, then you need to make sure you measure out where you want to place your second one. Because if you start it here and then you only want to put 3, you're going to have all this extra space and it's going to look off. So make sure you figure out where you want to lay down your ribbon before you start gluing down the additional. First one is always going to be right against the edge, so that was easy to put. But now that I have that laid out, I can go from there and measure. Now that we've figured out where we're going to be laying the additional strips of ribbon, I'm going to show you how to start the next ribbon. So this ribbon is overlapping the slat, so for the next one you want it to go under. So it does have a real deal basket weave effect. And it actually makes it look really nice like that. So then this one I'm going to glue behind, and this will go over like that. So then you'll have empty space, and then the next strip of ribbon will be the same concept as this one. So it gives it a real basket weave effect. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece down just to show you again how to do this. It's really easy. It's just really alternating directions and overlay, underlay of the ribbon. I'm just using the back end of this empty spool to press that down so I don't burn my fingers. Okay, so that's all done, and I'll cut off this excess right now, but I just wanted to show you real quick. So then this one will go over this slat and then under the next one. I gotta make sure that it is looking good. So I'm going to continue to do that for the next couple of ribbons, and then I'll show you the finished product. But it's basically one will go over, then the other one goes under, and then this one will be going over and then under. So it gives it a basket weave effect. Okay, Okay, Vibemakers, so the basket weaving is complete. It looks really awesome. I love how it turned out. And now it's fun. It's time to add some fun little elements to it to really, you know, kick it up a notch. I'm going to be using my Elm St metal sign that I purchased at Target and just arrange it on here. And then those decorative pieces that I found at the 99-cent store, the ones that came with those wall clings, there's some like little plastic skeleton hands on there, so I thought it'd be fun to add these. And then there's like a little spider as well. So I'm just going to hot glue these down to my decorative piece here. And I just wanted to like lay it down and arrange it to see how I want it to look. Okay, so I had to nix the skeleton hands because these were melting with the heat of the glue gun, but I was able to glue down one of the spiders, just carefully putting the glue gun. So that will not work if you're using plastic, but if you're very cautious and barely put a little bit of it on and not squeeze too much, just enough where it's just enough to glue it down, it will work. They do sell these spiders like in wood pieces. I'm just going off of what I had on hand because I did want to add a little bit more to my sign. I originally had just intended to do the Elm St sign, but I saw that these were in that package, so I wanted to add and incorporate them. Okay, and they are working out. Once I figured out that you're not supposed to glue so much on it because it'll melt down. But now it still looks pretty awesome, and I love how it looks. All right, so there we go. There's my two little black spiders on Elm St, and now it looks like a really awesome sign to hang up for Halloween. All right, Vibemakers, here's the finished product. I'm so happy with how it turned out, and I can't wait to hang it up and get to decorating for Halloween time. Chance and I love decorating for Halloween. We put some fun little music on. His favorite is Monster Mash. Have some snacks and just enjoy the day of just decorating the whole house for Halloween. It's always fun to make special moments with your kids or whoever you're decorating with. It's always fun to just make it a fun time. And maybe you guys get even inspired to create a fun little DIY project like this. It's really super easy to make. And if you guys do end up making one and posting it on your Instagram, make sure to tag me so I get to see what it looks like. I'd love to see your version of it, what ribbons you use, any fun elements you add to it. And also if you guys do a little fun little space like this in your own home, I'd love to see what it looks like. But hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos, getting inspired to be crafty, to be creative, and just to express yourself your way. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And as always, peace and love.